like with our videos, you know, we didn't have anyone that did that. And Aaron kind of fooled around with it, and we were just like, well, hey, try this. Try and do it. And like, even if you watch from our earliest videos, you can see the evolution of his skill and the willingness to learn, and then he got excited about it, and then, you know, he kind of developed that skill set, and it's actually, you know, artistry. I mean, he really does amazing things.
Check it out now. I work the pen to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands-on. What's the beef? The coolie high code chiefs, high post techniques. I drape off poetic landscapes and shapes. Illustrate the paper space off the pens that paint. Then design what habit National Geographic or magic with tailor-made status and plus flavor that's automatic.
We're not ballin', we take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage I rage and I'm rolling.
We're not ballin', a shot callin'. We take it back to the days of yes, y'allin'. We're holding on to what's golden.
On the stage I rage and I'm rolling.
Yeah, I mean, those videos are like the best history for sure that Long Way Home has right now. Like for people available to, you know, see Long Way Home without having to read a bunch of stuff. The videos make it fun.
Yeah, Aaron's probably responsible for about 90% of the tires being brought to the site, and I might have to do tire runs now. So.
Because he helped with the animals in the kitchen in Adam and Liz's house. I mean, he helps. He has a good eye for what looks good. I remember he was working on that the last time I was here, and he was like, well, for the kiddos, you know, they're going to want to have something cool to look at, and just to think from that perspective, because they're a big fish and a big monkey and things like that. I think sometimes we get distracted from those little kind of details, and Aaron's always been very oriented with the kids. He likes working with kids.
You know, even when he came and he didn't speak Spanish quite yet, he, rather than wanting to separate himself from the community, he got to know people really well, and so he became friends, and so that was sort of a drive to come back and see them and get better at Spanish so you could talk to them even more. And he never kind of had like that separate personality that you reserve for people that you meet when you're traveling or volunteering. It was just always, you know, himself finding things to connect over with other people.
Few people, in fact, you can count on one hand how many people have been willing to do what Aaron was willing to do at 20 years old. That is not something that you come across very often, and that's why it's hard to tell what the future holds, because now that he's armed with all this perspective, he's gonna, you know, there's a lot of opportunities.
I think Aaron in 10 years is going to be happy and doing exactly what he wants to be doing and making a difference like he has since I've known him. Whatever he decides to do, he's going to be amazing at it. I already know.
I can see him doing something with kids. I mean, not that he's had a lot of, or at least in when I've observed, he hasn't necessarily had a lot of opportunity to do that here. Probably much more when we were more active in the park, and you know, I've seen him play basketball with the kids and stuff like that, and he's great. And I just think he has that personality that, especially maybe more troubled youths, could immediately feel comfortable with and confident in and trust. And I think he'd be great as a teacher, as some kind of after-school program, youth-oriented coordinator, and then he's great with the videos. I mean, he's done an awesome job over the time that I've been here, certainly, of making them both informative but also interesting and fun, and just long enough that you can keep people's attention. And so I imagine if he could find something that marries those two skills, he'd kill it.
And so Aaron is, you know, ultimately one of the people that you know, made us, that got us to the point where we are now. So I mean, you can't say something better about somebody, you know, as far as what he has been worth to Long Way Home, and will always be worth to Long Way Home.
We're definitely gonna miss that injection of humor into the daily challenges.
It's gonna suck too, because you know I'm gonna be the fattest person here. Who am I gonna borrow clothes from? Who gonna, you know? That is gonna suck. Been a lot, you know, there's an above average amount of adventure time. We pulled off some pretty ridiculous stuff that, you know, you can't, not that many adventure friends willing to just, you know, put so much out there. He's taking a shot, and he scored. Man, it's gonna be weird. You get used to people.
Aaron, it's been amazing working with you and developing our friendship. And even though I know we're going to continue to be in each other's lives, it's sad to see you go. I love you and have a happy life.
Thanks for making it fun and choosing the soundtrack a lot of times. Reminding us when we're being ridiculous in a nice way. And you know, the videos won't be the same for sure. Hopefully we can find someone else with the skill to make this really hard work look fun, because it is fun. Hopefully come back and visit lots and lots. And it's fun being your next door neighbor roommate for a little while. I'm gonna miss your 7-layer dip. You're gonna have to leave the recipe for that, please. Send us pictures of Falcor. Yeah.
Aaron is going to be sorely missed.
Y también de mi parte, Aaron no tiene autorización para salir de Guatemala.